Vanakkam, Namaskaram, good morning. KGF 1. A boon. 2. A curse. Dear friends, there are so many films had two parts, sequences, and some films with two parts become success. Both the parts are success. But most of the second part of or sequence of a film are flop or failure in the box office. Usually, most of the directors become very popular when they made their second film a success, not the first one. Usually, almost all the directors will become success with their first film, but because of some other reasons, they will lose the second chance. And when the directors going to make or producers going to make a sequence for their successful film, the previous one, the second part or the sequence may not be hit like the first one. In some other case, both the parts will be success. Of course, second one will be more successful than the first one in the base of income, monetary benefits. According to the standard of the film, it will be a failure or it will not be par with the first one. The latest example for that is KGF. KGF 1 and 2 are success, but the standard, the content of 1 and 2 are totally different. Actually, after the COVID lockdown, big films came to attract the audience with more and more publicity, with much bigger budget. Valimai, RRR, Beast and KGF. When the Valimai and RRR not become so much hit, as I told you earlier, RRR is not the second part of any film, but audience expect from Rajamouli as the third part of a Bahubali. So even we cannot compare it with the Bahubali. It became a success, but not up to the expectation. So the audience wait for another film, especially in the summer vacation. When the summer vacation starts, after the lockdown, every family, every person want to go to the cinema theater, so they expect to see the Beast. KGF 2 is also released along with the Beast. Nowadays, the big films are releasing as pan-India business. Of course, it is a corporate style of business, but that attracted the audience. They made so much publicity through TV, OTT, social media, etc., and bring audience to the theaters. The style became a hit, especially after the COVID lockdown. Almost all of us watching films in TV and OTT in the COVID lockdown. They encourage, boost the style of business of films, pan-India films. Even the films made in the regional languages, unknown languages for the other people, everyone start to watch the films, and simultaneous dubbed versions are available in the OTT. So the audience can reach so many films from so many languages. It is a worldwide trend. Almost all the films, big films, are releasing like this. If anybody have money to make and propagate, make publicity, big publicity, and if the film had a good content and good making, surely it will become a success throughout the world. or throughout India. KGF 1 is a good example for that. Actually, Kannada industry is comparatively a smaller one when compared to Tamil, Telugu or Hindi. And the director of KGF 1 and the hero of KGF 1 are not popular throughout the Indian states. They are popular in Kannada film industry only. Still, they made a good film. Hard work to make it worth to watch and dubbed into the other languages and released throughout India. It became a very big hit success, and that gave popularity for the director and hero throughout India. Of course, because of the COVID lockdown, the KGF 1 had been aired in the channels, TV channels, in all the languages, again and again throughout the period. That make the film to reach more and more people, and everyone liked the film. So they want to watch the second part of the film. They expect more from the second part. In that time only, the KGF 2 is releasing along with the Beast. Of course, Vijay is a bigger star than Yash. And Tamil film Beast is very much popular than KGF if both are good in content. Unluckily, the Beast didn't attract the audience as well as the critics. Everyone compared the film with the KGF 2. Everyone told KGF 2 is more better than Beast. Like that, the negative reviews of Beast supported, helped the success of KGF 2. Of course, KGF 2 had its own standard to attract the audience. Still, the comparison with the Beast encouraged and promoted the success of KGF 2. It became a huge hit everywhere. Even in our village, Beast was released on 13th April. Usually the Vijay films will run for 2 or 3 weeks. But now it was changed and KGF 2 was released in the same theatre. And it collected more than Beast. KGF 2 became a hit in our small village also. The success of KGF 2 make all of us very happy because we need success of films. So many films should be hit or become success, even class or mass. They should hit according to their budget. In that context, KGF 2 is a success and giving us happiness. It is good. But what about the content of the film? That is the question. What is the impact of the KGF 2 in the industry? The impact of KGF 2 will be totally different from KGF 1. Of course, the visual effects, the camera works, and in total the making of the film is improved and become very much pleasing. The audience liked those things. Of course, there are some minor mistakes that we can forget, like some spelling mistakes in the title of Tamil version. We can ignore those mistakes. Technically, KGF 2 is a brilliant work, almost perfect work, and the success deserved. But what about the subject or script? Only the hangover of KGF 1 The publicity and popularity got from KGF 1 made this success. Our director Ramanarayanan always told, when in his beginning days, when he made films and will release in the side of the Mount Road, in the Mount Road theatre only, the big films will be released, like Rajini films, Kamal films, etc. Our director Ramanarayanan used to release the films in the festival days. In those days, in festival days, many films will be released. Rajini film, Kamal film, Vijayan film, Satyaraj film, etc. Along with Ramanarayanan will release film with small heroes but with different content. The audience will compare the films. In the first show itself, they will rush to see the film of their favorite star. After that, only they will come to the smaller film. If they start to compare, like it is better than the star film, slowly the smaller film will become success. That is the same thing happened today also. The visuals and punch dialogues, mass dialogues also attracted the audience. The audience liked them very much. Most of the stars and directors will follow the same in the future. That will be the impact of this success. All the heroes and directors, big banners in almost all languages will follow the same to make films in the near future. KGF 1 make an impact every heroes and directors to think to make good films like that, perfect films like that. That is why KGF 1 is a boon for the film industry, for total film industry, Indian film industry. But now, the impact of the KGF 2 will make directors and stars and the banners to make films even without following the logic, script, etc. KGF 1 had a good script, beginning, middle, end, and a basic line that every audience can relate it, liked. Almost that subject ended there. When the subject is extended, there should be a climax or there should be an objective for the protagonist. Good, effective objective. That was missing in this part. Only because of the success of the KGF 1, they extended and made the film. They concentrate on the technical part and mass dialogues for heroism, but missed subject. I am not telling about the social reference or content related to the society, etc. I don't want all the films should based on the social things. It is an entertainment media. Cinema is an entertainer. First priority for cinema is the entertainment. When the audience paying the money for the ticket, they should entertain for the time. They should be entertained. In addition to that, if any social matters in it, that will be a success, huge success. It will be appreciated by the critics and the audience. Otherwise, every subject for films should be a baseline, should have some logics, believable, and should have an objective or climax, should have some characterization for the protagonist and the antagonist, etc. There is no fixed rule for fixing these things, but at least a baseline should be there. For example, I am not advising, just as an example, I am giving an option. If the protagonist, the Rocky Boy character in the KGF 2 is going with the gold, etc., as in the film itself, the Prime Minister ordered to kill. Even after killing, the army reached there. The Prime Minister came to know the truth that Rocky Boy spent all the wealth he earned from KGF, the goals, to the future of the children of the workers working there. He made all the things for the future of the children of the workers working there. If like that, there is a chance for Prime Minister to feel for the action, feel for the anti-hero, Rocky Boy. If like that, the audience also will feel for that. That is my opinion. Like that, so many persons can give some other options. Of course, even the big directors for big films spend so much money for discussing the subject before shooting itself. Still, I don't know why they are making these mistakes. Main mistakes, big mistakes in the subject. So, when we appreciate KGF 1 as a boon in the film industry, we could not avoid to tell that KGF 2 is a curse. Surely, so many films will follow the same. Only one thing we can hope for the best from the huge success of the KGF 2. The films following the same style, making without logic, making with only the mass, only heroism, making the films with so much budget, will start to release immediately for the near future again and again. So many films will be released and audience will be get bored with the subjects and they will start to ignore them, and in near future the trend will be changed. If it was a small hit, it will take time. Because of the huge success, we can hope the trend will change soon.